Welcome to yet another episode of the We Global Employees Choice interview series, where we celebrate excellence in employee engagement and uncover the secrets of extraordinary winners and champions who are redefining the workplace engagement and setting new standards in their industries. Today we have with us Mr. Sudheer Devulapally, CEO of Skill Recruit. Hello, sir.
Hey, Asta, how are you?
I'm doing great. With a rich educational background of 16 years and an extensive 27-year career, Sudhir Devulapalli continues to embrace the dual pursuit of learning and working. Fearless in his approach, Sudhir's entrepreneurial spirit led him to establish and direct several businesses both in the UK and India. He understands the significance of work-life balance over the work-work balance, and he's currently the founder and managing director at Skill Recruit, a specialist IT and engineering recruitment agency. Right from serving the ambassador at Stanford Seed to being recognized as the top leader by CEO Insight and now winning the We Global Employees Choice Award for the best CEO, he is the man of the hour. Thank you so much, sir, for being here today and giving us your valuable time. So,
Thank you, Asta.
yeah. My first question to you would be that, like this year, your company has won the We Global Employees Choice Award. Firstly, congratulations for that.
Thank you very much.
My question to you would be, what do you think that you did differently to win this award?
All right. I'll answer that question, but before we go there, I should again thank you for doing that research about me, saying those good words. Yeah, it's actually been 28 years since I've started my professional career, worked with NTPCL and TV Pro, various other companies, and recently we have finished our Stanford Street transformation program where they've made me an ambassador for Hyderabad, to be specific. We won multiple awards. Actually, we have won 9 awards from the W.E Global Employees Choice Workplace in 2022. We are glad to have won 8 awards this time as well. Thank you, W.E Matter, and everyone in your team. Right. To answer your question, why do we think we have won this award? What we have made different compared to other companies out there? Um, this is how our employees have given feedback about our company. The feelings they have has actually culminated into the great feedback they've given about the managers we have and the company culture we have. And I would say, and that feeling that employees have comes from our culture again, right? So we have regular interaction with everyone. So um, I'm not sure if you know, but we are a 100% work from home organization. All right. I mean, when COVID hit, we were working from office, but then everyone had to work from home, and that comfort has given us a lot of advantage, saving a lot of travel time and other things. And those days, everyone was working from home, and then when we wanted them to come back to office, they said no. They wanted to continue working, and we also said, okay, no problem. They are working more efficiently. They are saving time. We are saving money. Why not continue the same thing? So that's the biggest flexibility we've given to our employees, and that's one of the reasons why I think they feel they're valued and heard. We have regular calls, definitely every day. There are group calls involving everyone from top to bottom, and we have breakfast calls. When we were working in office, we were all going together for breakfast, right? In these scenarios where everyone is working from home, there's no way we all can meet for breakfast. So what we do, we have the morning call, and then everyone gets their breakfast plates in front of the computer, and we all have breakfast together. Those
That is,
small little things define our culture. So can I give you a few more examples
yeah, sure,
to answer this
definitely.
question?
I'm just rooting for it.
All right, wonderful. Now, we've implemented monthly town hall meetings. Earlier, we used to have very haphazard way, but over the last few years, we've implemented monthly town hall meetings where we make sure that few of our top performers are given Champions of the Month award. We have a lot of profit sharing schemes in place, And you'll be surprised to know every 5 years, as in when someone finishes 5 years with us, and every 5 years they get a fully paid family trip abroad. All right. So they and their family members can travel abroad. We take care of all these expenses. That happens every 5 years for them. Right. So that's the reason why a lot of people have been staying with us, and people who have finished 5 years have already utilized that. And there are a lot of people who have finished 10 years with us who have utilized it twice. And we're looking at 15 years also very soon. Right.
That is
So
amazing.
yeah. So we have regular learnings, both on professional and personal front. We celebrate everyone's milestones, whether it's a birthday, whether it's their wedding anniversary, whether it's their work anniversary. A cake, a bouquet goes to their house for every occasion. We do a lot of get-togethers, annual events, and a lot of us travel because we are all working from home. There's no common place that we are all getting together for work. So that's why all of us travel between different cities in order to meet our colleagues from those cities, and also a lot of candidates that we place, a lot of clients that we work with. We do a lot of travel, and that has actually given them a broader perspective of how well the company can support them in terms of their travel and accommodation, making sure all the logistics are sorted out, and they only have to travel. We take care of everything else. Right. We have transparent communication channels. There are regular feedback loops happening, and we prioritize well-being. We use third-party companies to do the therapy sessions for our employees. There are regular yoga sessions, well-being sessions, webinars, and stuff. And all these combined, so we have regular communication going on in various groups, WhatsApp groups, Skype groups, email groups, and all of us are active on social media. Where there are regular updates from the company and from the employees as well. So I'm assuming based on all these things that we probably are doing similar to some companies but different to other companies, we've been awarded this. Sorry for my long answer, but hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, that it definitely does. It's amazing actually to know that you have found this one place that just strikes the hearts of your employees even when they're working from home. I think the biggest challenge that everyone, even during the COVID and after COVID, everyone who has been working from home has felt and faced is that they sort of feel a disconnect from the entire organization. And I think it's very important in those moments for them to realize that to a certain extent you can engage yourself with the organization, but at the end of the day what matters is how the organization helps you engage yourself and helps you make a feel like make be a part of a the overall organizational culture is very important. So that is
Absolutely.
amazing to know.
Yeah, rightly said, Asha.
uh, my next question would be that you have also won and been recognized as the Global Employees' Choice for Best CEO. What initiatives do you think played a major role in your win?
I would say Um, there are multiple initiatives we have taken as a company, and there are a few initiatives that I have um, implemented in our company myself. And like Richard Branson said, clients do not come first, employees come first, right? If you take care of your employees, they'll take care of your clients. So that's what Richard Branson said, and we follow it to the core. So we don't want to give clients more importance than our employees. We give first importance to our employees, and that's how we know each other's families very well. We connect to them, not just the employees themselves, their families as well, right? And we know to a certain extent what's going on in their personal lives, so that we can act or we can help accordingly. So that connection, not just keeping it professional, but a personal, emotional kind of a connection that we have with our employees, keeps them engaged with us. And it's an open culture we have. Everyone is allowed to approach management anytime. 24 by 7, we have given access to them. They have um, all the modes that they can connect with. They have all the information for all the modes that they can connect with, even when we are traveling. Because we are a multinational company, we spend a lot of time out of India. And when we were there, we are there, um, usually. they don't bother us much. But if there is a serious situation where we need to be involved, and that's when they are allowed, and they know that very well, they'll be happy to connect with us on all the media easily, right? So we empower them, encourage them. I was telling you earlier that we have morning calls, right? It's a daily
Yeah.
um, stand-up kind of calls, but it's not just the management who drives those calls. So we get all our employees to drive those calls. So we are actually a spectator listening to what they are saying. So they lead. Even a very junior person who has recently joined us will get their turn to actually engage everyone else on that call, update the email, send it to everyone. So people know each other that way better rather than just management saying a few things and only the PA sending the email. That doesn't work. So it's the responsibility for everyone. That's how they were empowered. Right? Um, the commitment. So the commitment we have towards the diverse and inclusive workspace. We don't discriminate between um, our employees before they are onboarded, during their onboarding, and after they are onboarded. There's no discrimination at all. We have people working from various places across India, from Assam to Coimbatore, from Chennai to Jaipur. Lots of people are working from home, and that's the advantage we got in our business. We have good internet connection and laptop and phone network. We can work from anywhere. Taking that as an advantage, we have recruited people from across India, and that will give us a fair bit of a diversity, and we get to learn a lot of things from each other's cultures, right? Active groups on social media and WhatsApp. We invest a lot in our leadership, right? I was telling you regular seminars and webinars happen. So we invest in our top leadership. As I was telling you, our Stanford program. So we've involved 12 of our senior leaders in that program. So it's an expensive one, but that's fine. The important thing is for them to learn and grow. I, I hope that answers your question.
Definitely it does. I love the fact that more than a company, Skill Recruit is a community where everyone can come together regardless of their backgrounds,
Mm.
regardless of the position that they're working for currently, and they can all come together as a community and learn from each other. That is amazing to know.
Very,
So,
very well
talking
said, actually.
about yeah, so talking about how you have created an organization which promotes the interest of the employees more than
Mhm.
that of the client, because once you put your employees' interests ahead of your clients, you
Mhm.
automatically create an organization where employees are working towards the well-being of the client. So, this whole employee engagement scenario that you have created in your organization. So, as a CEO of your organization, what do you think? What is your view on employee engagement and how it impacts your business?
Absolutely. I'll answer that question, but before I go there, I'd like to um, commend you because you've been actively listening to what I'm saying. Usually, when the interviews happen, they have a list of questions. They just ask one question after the other. They don't actually listen to what we are saying. But I'm glad that you're listening. You're articulating that very well back to me, and I'm getting a lot of insights from what you're saying as well. Thank you for doing that. And that's one thing that actually helps us in our employee engagement as well. Like you are engaging in our conversation, we empower our employees to engage in all the conversations, all the decision making, everything, and that's what has actually impacted our business. Right? It's fundamental. Right? Employee engagement. If employees are not engaged, they're not working to their efficient best, then the company is not growing. So even if it is growing in terms of let's say turnovers and profitability, I would say a company is not just turnovers and profits. It's the people that are growing with the company. So they have to grow not just financially, personally, professionally. They have to be happy human beings. So for that, employee engagement um, becomes very paramount, right?
Mm,
It'll make them more productive. They can have better thoughts. They can do a lot of innovative stuff, which will help not just our company, but our clients, not just our clients, their clients as well. So we work in an environment where there are a lot of layers, right? So we supply manpower to, let's say, X company, and they have a project with Y company. So it's important for us to understand what that Y company is doing, um, and how they are engaging their employees, because end of the day our employees are going and working for them. So
Right.
yeah, so that's the chain reaction which comes from top down and bottom up as well. We've been learning a lot in that, and we've been investing in these areas. We do a lot of talent showcase in our town hall meetings. We do a lot of milestone celebrations. We do a lot of postings, right? And as I was telling you, every 5 years, people get to go abroad, and the photos and videos they have taken, we promote those on the social media. And they feel a sense of engagement, not just with the company, with their external community as well. All
It
right.
is sort of like a deeper connection than just being an employee to the company and working towards the success of the company. So I think it's way more deeper than that. It just sounds like a family overall. You go on vacations, you're improving yourself and everything else.
Yeah.
So,
It is
my
cliche. I mean,
yeah,
I wanted to say that we are not a company, we are a family, but a lot of companies are saying that. Saying is one thing and doing is another thing, right? So that's what our
right.
employees, we believe, feel. Sorry, please go ahead.
That is actually an amazing thought to have, and I think these are your thoughts and these are your core values that are actually translating into you doing the same for your company. So that is absolutely a commendable. My next question to you would be that your company has also won an award for the best managers. So
Mhm.
you have been recognized as a company with best managers. So it is a general statement that managers are the lens through which the employees view the company.
Yes.
So how do you think how crucial is a manager's role in the team engagement and what are the challenges that they have to face in the process?
All right. Thank you, W Matters, again for giving us that award also. Um, Managers play a very critical role. So in team engagement, in mentoring them, in making sure things happen on time. Ours is a fairly flat structure, I would say. Um, but there are two main roles that we have. Like in any other recruitment organization, there are account managers who are accountable for the delivery of all the requirements that we get from various clients. They are in touch with the clients day to day. And there are recruiters mainly who are working with the candidates, making sure right talent is provided for the right requirement. Now, there's a lot of coordination happening for the managers, not just with the clients, with their team as well, and for the recruiters, not just for their managers, with the candidates as well. So, in fact, everyone is like a manager in our company anyway. So, when they have a cordial relationship between them, things work out better. And when there are, let's say, um, miscommunications or politics that come in between, that's when the whole efficiency goes for a toss. Right. So we are fortunate that there are no politics in our company. There are no miscommunications that are happening. So every account manager, they have an influence on their team's morale as well as productivity. Either way, if they are working well, the team will work well, they respond well. If they are in a bad mood, let's say, because we work in an industry where most of our clients, they come back to us with their frustrations, right? So we are like a cushioning effect, cushioning um, layer for them, for their frustrations, and that's the big layer the manager has to stop their frustration at. They should not pass on that frustration to the team members. The managers will interact with the clients and they understand firsthand what's happening. So if you don't communicate that well to the team members, and just the frustration is passed on, that will leave a very bad experience for the team manager team, and they'll lose their ability and efficiency to work for the company. And these account managers will travel a lot. We go and meet all our clients as often as we can. They expect the expectation management happens in both ways, both from the candidates and clients. The managers will do that. And the challenges they face are mainly to stop any roadblocks, any firefighting. So before it gets to an issue, they have to take an action. Right? So we place candidates. So give you an example. There are lots of candidates in the market who take multiple offers, and not all of them will join on the agreed date. So that's a loss for everyone involved. A lot of time would have been spent by our clients, and they would have had this person lined up for a project. The project deadlines will get affected. The client will be furious, if not unhappy, if the candidate doesn't join on time. But sometimes we have candidates go incommunicado. They don't just communicate at all. They're vanished. So in those cases, every account manager has to deal with the client, and having those efficient account managers on our team actually has helped us reduce the dropout ratios from the industry standard 70-80% to 20% or so. So almost 80% of the candidates we source would join. So that there's a lot of interaction and engagement that happens in all the layers here. Right? So those are probably the challenges our account managers are facing. There may be others, but hopefully with the review that W Matters has done, we'll have a lot of other inputs also to work on.
Definitely.
Thank you.
I think the most important part of this entire example that you gave us about the account managers is the fact that managers have a very high burden on their shoulders, which largely is related to the humane aspect of it, the basic human emotions of frustration, one when or any negative energy that you have gotten from someone else and you're passing it to someone else definitely leads to disengagement. So I think managers are definitely very responsible after leaders, of course, are very responsible. Leaders provide you with directions, but managers have to make sure that the direction that the leader has decided, that the path that has been decided, they have to tread on that path. So I
Very
think
well
it's
said.
very nice.
Very well said. Yeah.
So my next question is that, of course, after all of these incidents and stories and examples and anecdotes that you have shared with me, I've
Mhm.
realized that you being recognized as the We Global Employees Choice has like it absolutely makes sense why you absolutely were like recognized for one. It signifies that you guys have very strong employee engagement practices.
Yeah.
So what would be your advice, or what advice would you like to give to other leaders who are new to the industry and who want to prioritize employee engagement?
To prioritize employee engagement, they have to prioritize their employees first. Right? So
Yeah.
they have to understand employees are the number one asset to the company, and they have to genuinely listen to them. Right? So there are lots of subtle inputs we get from time to time from various employees. It could be a written feedback from the feedback mechanism that we have, or it could be from review platforms somewhere online. There are lots of review platforms out there. So we have to keep an eye out on all those review platforms. Let's say Ambition Box, Google, Glassdoor, Facebook, Just Dial. There are a lot of feedbacks that our clients and our employees can give. So we have to act on that. It's not just taking the feedback and implementing a regular feedback mechanism, not just for the clients. There are NPS scores for the clients, right? So they do a client survey every 3 months, but are they doing similar things internally? That's what matters. So what W Matter has done this survey for us, which is very good in terms of gathering the feedback and knowing where we are lacking, trying to improve. But there can be a lot of internal mechanisms as well where we do that feedback collection and action on those. No discrimination. Again, don't discriminate anyone, even if they are related to you. They've been your friends, colleagues earlier. They shouldn't get any preference compared to anyone else in the company, right? So people who are starting new would probably have their friends as their co-founders or their family members as the CXOs. But when you're treating people, you have to treat them equally. Yeah, we have to empower them, delegate things, and recognize the achievers. Right? We have to recognize the achievers in front of everyone else. Criticism can happen on a one-to-one basis, but appreciation has to be with everyone. Communication and transparency. That's very important. Um, Well-being. Again, the W stands for well-being. So what they have to do is think about how well the physical and mental status of all the employees is. So if that is a problem, then it will impact the company both in short-term and long-term perspectives. They can't achieve their targets if employees are not mentally and physically fit. So well-being is a very, very important action. I mean, if someone is physically not fit, it's visible, and they go to a hospital, they get the medication, all that is okay. But when they are having any kind of well-being issue, um, it's not a disease. It's just a situation which needs some help. So having some therapies, if not from within the company, from outside, that will help them a lot. And every session, every therapy has to be anonymous. No one should know in the company who has taken any therapy from the well-being organization, right? So all the engaged employees are good assets, and we only want good assets in the company, right? So we don't want any bad assets. So we have to have the engagement going on always.
Definitely, definitely. And about the mental well-being part, it is definitely it is something that every company should actually inculcate and incorporate as a part of their employee engagement practices because the upcoming generations have been very vocal about mental health and mental well-being.
Mhm.
And I think the anonymous part of where people can go out there and seek help and
Yeah.
is very amazing, actually. That is absolutely a commendable effort that your company has made.
There are a lot
Um,
of platforms out there which do that. So we are engaged with two, three different partners, and everyone has this thing in place, so that people won't get intimidated in going to them, right?
that is amazing. Hmm. So my next question would be that you have had like a very rich educational background of 16 years, and now that you have had like 28 years of experience in the corporate world. So what
Mhm.
is the message that you would like to give to young leaders and entrepreneurs who are embarking their journeys in the corporate world?
Yeah, it's almost the same list of things that I've told earlier.
Hmm.
Prioritize your people. So when there are young entrepreneurs, they are very goal oriented. They want to grow fast. They want to make that company successful, get huge investments. All that is good, but they have to remember when the satisfaction and engagement of their employees is strong, then their success will be better, right? It's not how fast we grow or how big we grow, it's how happy our employees are that matters. So they have to implement that kind of culture from the beginning. So this is one thing that we have learned in Stanford classes as well. So we have to be very empathetic. We have to have a culture, and everyone in the company should know that culture. If anyone is not following that, as a leader, it's our responsibility to make sure that they are advised on the right culture. And if things are not working well with anyone, we have to probably part ways, but not at the cost of our culture, right? So success can't be at the cost of the culture. Culture itself is um, making sure that our employees are taken care, they are engaged, right? So lead with integrity. So they are like the children are looking at their parents. We don't. The parents have to don't don't have to teach anything to their children specifically, right? Like Sadhguru said, one of the interviews, someone asked him, now, how do you teach your children? What should you teach your children? He says, there's no need to teach anyone anything. They are looking at you, whatever you are doing, your children are doing. They are learning by seeing. So even if you tell them something else, they'll not understand that. They'll only understand what you're doing. So same in the organization as well. What the leaders do, everyone else see it and then they follow it. So it's utmost important for these young leaders to make sure that integrity and values are taken care from the beginning. Never go away from those, even if it means a lot of profits for the company. Don't deviate from those main principles that are established in the beginning. So it's important to establish them in the beginning the right way so that the company can grow in the right way.
Amazing. That's actually an amazing thing. Integrity is, I think, the most important aspect of leadership in itself.
Yeah.
And when talking about organizational culture, it is very important to know the right kind of people who are the right fit of the culture. So
Sure.
basically, I work for the content department for We Matter. And
Mhm.
there was this one time when I was writing a blog where our CEO Prashant sir, he told us a story about his this company that he used to work for, where the organization was actually giving people whatever like the organization wanted to give. The organization was giving all the benefits and flexibility, but the employees on the other hand did not need flexibility. They wanted to have the kind of growth that they had in their mind. So
Mhm.
there was a misalignment between the people of the company and the company's culture, and
Mhm.
that is actually how this whole disengagement thing takes place when you don't have the right people fitting in your organizational culture. Not that it's wrong to want work-life balance or to want growth, but it's
Yeah,
just that if you are not fitting at the right place, then either you leave or you cannot just expect the whole organization to change the environment in a day.
absolutely.
So that
Great
is very
example.
important.
Okay.
So my next question is on the lines of We Matter. How has We Matter helped you and your company to improve employee engagement and well-being?
Absolutely. When they've done the survey 2 years ago, that's when we have realized the benefits of the survey. And we've implemented a lot of things already that has actually helped us throughout these 2 years to improve. And when the VMatter has done a survey again for 2024, um, I'm assuming the grades are better compared to last time. And that itself is an improvement that VMatter has helped us. Right. So, and the study is scientific, right? And it has taken place. They've given us a good feedback, and it is a data-driven study, right? It's
Hmm.
not just taking some random feedback from random people. It's 100% of our employees are given the same kind of survey, and they have to rate our company, our managers on a lot of aspects. So it's data-driven, scientific. That is given as a very good understanding of our employees' needs and concerns, where they are, what they want us to do, and throughout that journey, we could identify the key stakeholders, right? So in this feedback survey that VMatter has done, we could identify who are the actual leaders, even if their designation is not a manager, they are actually managers who are better than people with more experience in the same field. So that's how we could identify the key stakeholders, and that's how we could review our company strategy completely, take new initiatives, and improve our well-being programs as well. And there are a lot of benefits we give to our employees, like incentives, bonuses, review, and rewards and recognition. So we have modified all that based on the feedback. So we are looking at changing few things. Um, some things we have already changed, some things we need to change, but it's all based on the feedback. It's all good for the employees as well as for us. Right. This is given as better engagement, better client and candidate relationships, right? The way you deal with your friends and family, we deal with our candidates and clients as well. That has given us better engagement, not just internally, but with the external parties as well. So that itself has given us more business, more turnover, and of course more profit, which will again go back to the employees anyway. Right? So
Right.
12% of our income goes back to our employees as incentives. So it's directly proportional to the amount of business that the company does. Our employees are involved in it. So they are more like partners in the company, not just employees. Right.
That is
And that feedback also has come from We Matter surveys. Right.
mm,
It may not be a direct ask by the employees, but the subtle hints they have given us actually has helped us change our process. A lot of brand awareness has happened. The V Matter has been posting a lot of good content, not just on your social media pages, but you've been tagging us, you've been tagging our leaders, our company, posting the right um, creatives on a regular basis. That has actually helped us improve the brand awareness. And the fact that V Matter doesn't charge anything for that is surprising to me how you are surviving really. So there's a lot of good work going on. You don't charge anything from us. I'm happy that it's helping us in a big way. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your kind words. So, my last question for the day is that what are the three words that you would use to describe We Matter and its work?
Just three words. Okay. I would say innovative,
Mm,
empowering, and transformative. All
thank
right.
you. Thank you so much for your kind words.
The way, if I may take a few more minutes to explain this, the
Definitely.
way the surveys are conducted, the way whole program is decided is very innovative. Right?
Mm,
There are other organizations who do similar surveys, but this is the best, I would say. And it is empowering not to the leaders, it is empowering to the employees themselves. So they feel empowered giving the right feedback anonymously again to about the managers, about the leaders, about the company. And that itself is transformative. So the C transformation program we have undergone last year has actually helped us in a big way to look at our business from a financial perspective. But
mm,
We Matter has helped us um, to reevaluate how our culture is within the company, which is more
mm,
important than the profits, like I said earlier.
right,
This has
mm,
helped us with multiple awards. In fact, the Great Manager Institute has done a survey, and between 40 people that we have internally, five of them have been given Great Managers to Work with award, and two of them were awarded top 100 Great People Managers for 2024. So that's
that's amazing.
yeah, so that's recognition that um, we would not have got without We Matter's help.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your kind words. I would definitely would want to talk more about this, but I think that's it for the day. I don't have any more questions to you. It is actually amazing, absolutely commendable the work that you have done for employee engagement practices for your employees as well as indirectly for your clients. And thank you so much for your kind words for We Matter. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Asta. Nice speaking to you. All the best.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Take care then. Bye.